it was a bear. So I am walking my ass that. I can't even tell you what town we're in. Perast, nearly. Just because our internet data has gone a little bit funky, my map's not loading. It is absolutely stunning.
Makes it more fun if you don't have a map.
In Montenegro. Yeah, it does make it more fun without a map, doesn't it? So we're just going to have a coffee, have a quick look around this town. It was suggested by someone at our campsite that's already been. Let's go grab a coffee.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you, ladies. Have a nice day.
Wow.
Thank you.
Check this bad boy out. English breakfast, €5, mate. Might get 3 of them.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, not at all.
Thank you.
Good night, breakfast.
Very kind, thank you. So we've got English breakfast, sausage, eggs, bacon, omelette, 2 cappuccinos, 2 orange juices for about 15 quid. Cheap as chips, absolute bargain. Gonna go back to the car and head back into Kotor, I think. Well, not back into Kotor. We haven't even got there yet, but
That's our next stop.
next destination. Just check this out, though. Honestly, we're in Kotor now. Then we've parked up in a supermarket, which was just in that direction, because all the other car parks are absolutely ramo. And there is a market back there, and you know we love a market. So we're going to have a snoop through there shortly. The Southern Gate, 13th to 18th century. Isn't it fascinating though? You can just imagine people on horseback.
Still got the thing there to wind the lines up.
Literally. People on horseback riding through these gates.
This is nice.
It is lovely. Very castle-esque. Or Castle-esque, shall we say. You can see how cool it looks. Obviously original buildings have seen better days. The more modern Venetian Romanesque type. And then this old badger poking around. Back in the day, what they would actually do is build them brick by brick, supported by wooden planks. And then when they felt it was ready to remove the planks, they'd effectively just, well, remove them. And hopefully the bricks would all fall into place and set. And that's exactly what happens. So some of them aren't necessarily structurally sound, but still probably trust them more than the new builds you have in England that are thrown up. But it is cool just being in a place where everywhere you turn is just a different part of history, you know, and all protected. A lot of this is from the 16th and 17th century. This is the place to be. Fancy a dance?
I will not look as
Go
good
on.
as those women dancing.
Get in there. Wow, we've got it all. We've got drones, cameramen, dancers. I feel like doing it myself, you know. Joining me.
Should we get a melon?
Get a melon.
Nice.
Lauren loves a big old watermelon. And then once we're done with the market, we'll get back to the car, carry on driving around, see more of Montenegro. Dobar dan. Wow. Yeah.
Which ones?
I don't know. Take your pick.
Lemons or lemons? That will probably be enough, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good salesman.
Smell it. That's what we did.
Smell my fruit. Sold.
Where are they from here, local?
At it again. Have a whiff.
Local.
Local.
Yes.
Thank you.
Voila.
Thank you. Voila. Ciao.
Sorted.
€9 for a bit of fruit. God blimey. I'll take it back. Maybe it's not so cheap. €9 for that. I guess it is fresh. Stop being such a moaner, Ryan, you old fart. I am being an old fart. Sorry. Apologies.
That was very expensive actually, €9, because
It's
I don't know.
strawberries,
The
2
strawberries
pairs.
were free. That means it was €6 for.
Might have been a little bit fobbed off, who knows, but either way, we're supporting local people. We'll see the positive side of it. Right, we've just pulled over again, halfway up to a viewpoint, and just in case you happen to fall into Montenegro, I'll pop the location on the screen so you can see exactly where we are right now, but check this out. Doesn't look real, does it? And we've seen a few motorbikes, and actually makes me want to get my motorbike license just so I could do a road trip like this.
It would be really cool.
It'd be freaking awesome. I'm honestly in awe. Yeah, but you got to overlook the rubbish sometimes. Bit like life. Sometimes you have to get through the rubbish to get to the good bits. How about that for a bit of anatomy? Anatomy? Analogy. That's the word I was looking for.
Analogy.
Yeah. We're only here for a day or two, but I tell you what, I'm so glad we've came. Very pretty. Different feel to Croatia. Croatia's beautiful, but like this is a bit more, I don't know how to describe it. Beautiful with nature rather than
Snake here.
history and architecture. Oh, found a snake. Big one. It's eating itself, I think.
No, it'd just be strangling something. It's not going to be eating itself.
Sometimes snakes eat themselves. Wow, 2 snakes wrestling. Who would have thought we would have seen the day? I feel like I'm on Discovery Plus. So we've just been driving back down the mountain, down some bendy roads, and we found ourselves in this small town. There's a few cathedrals and whatnot around even, but it's really cool because one of the roads, I think they're probably going to be tarmacking it soon. It's just dust everywhere and really bumpy. It actually made Lauren feel a little bit sick, but the houses in particular looked like they have not changed at all from the 60s, 50s, 40s even, perhaps even World War times. It's really cool how time's just been lost, you know? Dobar dan. And yeah, I absolutely love it. The Wagner stuffed burger, $5.50 with some fries. Shout out Wagner Carhelio from my hometown. Fun fact, he was actually a school teacher of mine at one point. If you don't know who he is, the guy from the X Factor. He actually gave me detention once because me being the immature knobhead that I was back in year 7, kept on calling him the bushy man. Just because he had long hair and a big beard. And then, bizarrely, he was in detention. He was telling me about a tribe in Africa, I think it was, called the Bushmen, who were cannibals. Yeah, there we go. Never called him bushy man again. Didn't want that experience happening more than once. Well, we've moved away from the picturesque Croatian coastlines to not so sunny Slovenia, but it's a beautiful country in its own right. Look at the traditional Slovenian houses in the background, and when we've parked overnight in our motorhome, you'll see in the background a big castle fortress overlooking us. As we venture into Slovenia for the next week or so, taking in all it has to offer from its ice-capped mountains, its emerald green lakes, its famous caves, and of course, we'll learn a lot of history along the way. Let's go. As we pass Ljubljana's infamous Dragon Bridge, it was thought of in 1895 after an earthquake, which was then known as Butcher's Bridge. It was finally finished in 1901, and the reason that they called it Dragon's Bridge and put statues of dragons in the background was because in Ljubljana's mythology, Jason and the Argonauts, I think it's pronounced, slayed a dragon. It is essentially just a bridge with dragons on. Perhaps not a sight to spend more than a few minutes at, like me, a weirdo talking into the camera. At least she found me funny. Well, here in Prešeren Square, you'll find the likes of the Franciscan Church of Immunication, the Triple Bridge in the background, which is what it says on the tin. A triple bridge. You'll also find some singing, dancing, as you've just seen. Well, I have no food, so the ducks aren't that interested in me, sadly. Cool story, when I was younger I actually had pet ducks. Quackers, whackers and waddle. Sorry, puddle duck, quackers and whackers. 3 ducks. And they shit everywhere, so wouldn't recommend having them. They were cute, but they were a pain. And very dominant as well. They used to attack each other quite a lot. Crikey. Come in, lads. Look at this. This is what I was talking about when I was saying the emerald green lakes. These boats in the distance, you can see, are about 14 euros for an adult, 7 euros for a kid. Now, they would be really nice, you know, floating along these lakes. But we did take a boat to Lokrum in the last video in Dubrovnik. If you haven't seen that video there, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, hopefully, if my editing skills allow. But because I've taken that boat, and for me and Lars it adds up, it's about 30 euros, you know. It'd be nice to do, but what would also be nice to do is go see South America as planned and go to India and travel the bloody world, mate, you know. So I've kind of got to be a bit more selective with what stuff I want to do, the excursions. We're actually going on horseback tomorrow, which is something Lauren has wanted to do for a long time. So we sacrificed the boat tour today, but look at the colours. So Slovenia are a very successful rowing team in the Olympics. There's a statue or a plaque dedicated to rowing just there. They perhaps do their training here. And this board showcases the medals they've won. So, we're at Slap Perečnik. Now, that doesn't mean you slap some random bloke called Perečnik. It's a waterfall, and we parked up just over there, and it is raining today, hence the hood, obviously. But this is the attraction. Holy cow. Really wasn't that far of a walk, but look at this up close. Woo! You can see the mist coming off slightly. I don't know if you'll pick up on camera, but it looks so aggressive and so peaceful at the same time. It's hard to describe, really.
Look at this bit.
Power shower indeed.
Down.
Holy crap! Woohoo! You can. Well, let me give you an update. 7 o'clock this morning, boom, 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 on our camper van door. I'm half asleep, I'm thinking, is that real? Is that the police? Lauren gives me the elbow, get up, see who it is. So I'll go to the door, open it, basically in my underwear, and there's some guy then who's like, "Da ich dann," something in German. And you know, I was as confused as he was, because he couldn't speak it. I asked him, "Govorite angliski," which means "do you speak English" in Slovenian? And cut a long story short, we figured that we had to go. We said, "You got 5 minutes, go." And moving on to where we are now, so we've literally found probably the best campsite that I've seen or been to this whole time we've been in Europe, and it literally is just us and the bears. There apparently are bears here, few and far between. They've seen one that came about 2 years ago for a few weeks, and they've not seen him since, so he's either dead or hopefully not dead. We don't want a dead bear, but he's either moved on to pasture screen or he's returning. Maybe he's due to return, so hopefully we don't bump into him.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing.
I shit you not, I can't say we've seen one, but I'm pretty damn sure I've just heard a bear making a noise in those woods over there. And there's someone walking away who doesn't seem that bothered. But I've not heard an animal sound like that before, so I'm putting money on that was a bear. What do you think, Lars?
I have no idea.
I am pretty confident it was a bear. So I am walking my ass that. Just did it again, whatever it was. I'm gonna have one beer. Avara. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dovidenia. I think I'm regretting my decisions. We only stopped off for one drink, and it literally is.
It was a big gin though, it went to my head.
It literally is uphill, as you can probably tell, all the way
All
back.
the way.
And it's like 2.2 miles or like an hour and 15
Well,
minutes.
we're 647 metres in elevation, aren't we? So it'll be
And-
interesting to see what that place is.
I'm out of breath, and like we've got to fend ourselves from any bears we might encounter. I'm glad we're back. All for one drink. Anyway, clocking out for the evening now,
We
people.
should have just had my amaretto sours at home that I said about.
Yeah, you are right. Clocking out for the evening now. See you tomorrow, where Lauren is dragging us out for a 24-kilometre walk.
Well, after tonight, I don't know, maybe do the short one.
She needs locking up.
First time earlier this year. Oh, really? So I'm 29 years old. I'd never ever been to Scotland.
And you decided to travel across Europe.
God, with the
It's
breath.
fantastic. You will remember this until the end of your
Yeah.
life. Wow.
Of course, while we were away.
I hope you are not Yeah, okay.
Hugo.
And I will collect my shoes.
Oh, it's been a long time.
When I was 29 years old, I jumped on the boat.
Yeah. Thank you.
We already have one spectator. Rocco.
Try to go right.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you later.
When are you boxing next?
Hopefully at the end of the year, just recovering from my knuckle there, so. Just
Hello. YouTube, yes. Come on.